Hey y'all, Beasley here. Welcome back to the channel. Documented Tulsa baseball history dates back to the 1890s, and many good players have played baseball here in Tulsa. We talked about the duel between Christy Mathewson and Walter Johnson in the episode titled The Greatest Baseball Game That You Have Never Heard Of. Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig came to town in 1929 and lost to the Tulsa Oilers. You can find out more about that in the episode titled Meet the 1929 Tulsa Oilers. Exhibition games were played here with major league teams through the early 2000s. But today I want to focus on Tulsa players that played for the Tulsa Oilers or the Tulsa Drillers between 1919 and 2025. This is the Tulsa Dream Team. To make this episode shorter and easier for you to watch, and even a little more challenging for me, I limited it to a 26-man roster, similar to the Major League playoffs, instead of the full 40-man roster. So I had to leave a lot of great players, including some Hall of Famers, off of my Dream Team. But let's take a look at the list that I put together and talk about why those players are on this team.
First, we need a manager for this team. There have been many great managers and coaches through the decades, but for me, the choice was obvious. One of the greatest Hall of Fame snubs ever, John Pepper Martin. I could talk about Pepper Martin all day and why he should be in the Hall of Fame, but I won't do so now. If you want to know more about Pepper Martin, watch the episode titled Pepper Martin and the 1963 Tulsa Oilers. Honorable mention and pitching coach Satchel Paige. Paige was with the Tulsa Oilers from 1973 through 1976. I've heard him referred to as pitching coach, front office staff, even team vice president. I think that the Oiler owner, A. Ray Smith, just wanted to hang out with Satchel Paige and paid him to spend time with the Oilers in Tulsa. Now for the players. For the infield, I selected 2 players for each infield position. Again, not easy. I put a lot of thought into this, and I feel pretty good about this final roster. Starting at first base, Eddie Wakus appeared in 287 games for Tulsa in 1940 and 41. He hit .298 during those 2 seasons. Like many of his era, he left baseball to serve his country during World War II. Wakus was a World War II hero, earning 10 Meritorious Service Awards, including 4 Bronze Stars. After the war, Eddie was named an All-Star in 1948 and 49 and led the National League in hit singles in 1950. Eddie Wakus played in 11 seasons at the Major League level. He has an interesting story, and you can find out more on my short titled Eddie Wakus and the 1947 through 66 exhibit series. Also at first base, another Hall of Fame snub. Keith Hernandez played for the Tulsa Oilers between 1972 and 75, bouncing between Tulsa and the St. Louis Cardinals before becoming a full-time major leaguer from 1976 to 1990. Hernandez appeared in a total of 229 games for Tulsa. He went on to be a 5-time NL All-Star with 2 Silver Slugger Awards, 11 Gold Gloves, and was a 2-time World Series winner. Keith won the 1979 NL batting title and was the 1979 National League Most Valuable Player. Why is he not in the Hall of Fame? Second baseman. Pep Young played second base in 144 games for the 1932 Tulsa Oilers. Young made his major league debut the following year with Pittsburgh, playing alongside Oklahomans Lloyd and Paul Wainer before going on to play in 10 seasons of Major League Ball. Jumping ahead almost 100 years, this is my starting second baseman, and this is the only current Tulsa player on this list. Taylor Young debuted in Tulsa in 2024, earning 59 walks and led the Texas League with 46 stolen bases. In 2025, Young led the league in both walks with 80 and stolen bases with 44. He was also second in the Texas League with 79 runs scored. Patient at the plate and quick on the bases, Taylor Young stole home a few times this past season, including stealing home in the bottom of the ninth inning on Star Wars night, May the 4th, to win the game. Playing at second base and shortstop, he was Tulsa's smartest defenseman over the past 2 seasons. At the age of 27 and after 2 years in Double-A ball, Taylor and his wife are expecting their first child during the offseason. Even if Taylor does not come back to the Drillers for 2026, he will long be remembered in Tulsa as a great player and as a great person. Taylor Young was certainly my favorite Driller of 2025. Roy McMillan was assigned to Tulsa by the Cincinnati Reds for the 1949 and 1950 seasons. Debuting for the Reds in the 1951 season, McMillan went on to play 16 seasons of Major League Baseball, earning 2 All-Star selections and 3 Gold Gloves before coaching and managing until 1980, spending 33 years in professional baseball. Roy McMillan had a high baseball IQ, very important for shortstops. A current Major League player at shortstop, Corey Seager. Corey's time in Tulsa was short as he advanced from Double-A Tulsa through Triple-A Oklahoma City and on to the Los Angeles Dodgers, all in the 2015 season. A .375 batter in Tulsa, Seager went on to win the 2016 National League Rookie of the Year award and has 2 World Series rings, being named World Series MVP for the Dodgers in 2020 and World Series MVP for the 2023 Texas Rangers. Up next, third baseman. Mark Teixeira is best known as a Major League first baseman, but Teixeira played third base for Tulsa during the 2002 season. He went on to play in 14 Major League Baseball seasons. After signing with the Yankees in 2009, Mark led the American League in home runs, won both a Silver Slugger and a Gold Glove award, and came in second in American League Most Valuable Player voting, and was a 2009 World Series champion. A productive switch hitter, he hit home runs from both sides of the plate. He holds the Major League record of 14 games to hit a home run from both sides of the plate in the same game. After announcing his retirement, Mark's last home run of his career was a walk-off grand slam to beat the Red Sox. Teixeira is the subject of a short on this channel. One of my all-time favorite Tulsa drillers, Nolan Arenado, played on third for Tulsa in 134 games of the 2012 season. Only infielder to win Gold Glove award in each of his first 10 seasons and has earned 6 Platinum Glove awards as the best defensive player in the league. Also on Arenado's resume, 5 Silver Slugger awards, 8 All-Star selections, and National League home run leader in 2015, 16, and 18. After 13 seasons in Major League Baseball, Arenado is currently with the St. Louis Cardinals. Tulsa has been home for some great catchers through the years. Choosing only 2 was not easy. Both of the selected catchers are National Baseball Hall of Famers. Up first, Ted Simmons. Ted was in Tulsa during our time as the AAA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals. He was catcher in 144 games between 1969 and the 1970 seasons. Simmons went on to play 2,456 Major League games during 21 years of Major League Baseball and was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2020. Starting at catcher, another of my all-time favorite Tulsa drillers, Ivan Pudge Rodriguez. My favorite Pudge Tulsa story, Yvonne
Moving
and his
to the
fiancée
outfield,
Maribel
I set
were
the
to be
limit to
married at
6
home
players.
plate between
So
games
again,
of a
I
doubleheader
left
on
off
June
many
20th,
All-Stars,
1991,
and even a couple
However,
of Hall
the
of
ceremony
Famers.
had to be postponed.
This outfield
as Yvonne
consists
had to
of players
catch a
that
plane
I
to
saw
Chicago
play here in Tulsa
to make his
over the
major
past
league
40
debut for the
years.
Texas Rangers that very evening. Yvonne went on to catch in 21 major league seasons, was named All-Star 14 times, was awarded 13 Gold Gloves and 7 Silver Slugger awards, and was elected to the Hall of Fame in 2017.
Moving to the outfield, I set the limit at 6 players. So once again, I had to leave off some All-Stars and a couple of Hall of Famers. This outfield consists of players that I saw play here in Tulsa over the past 40 years.
Ruben Sierra led the 1985 Tulsa team in RBI, runs, hits, doubles, triples, and stolen bases. That alone gets him on this list. He also had a long and storied major league career from his 30-run home run season in 1987 to him being named the 2001 Comeback Player of the Year. Sierra played in more than 1,100 major league games between the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Slammin' Sammy Sosa appeared in 66 games for the Tulsa Drillers in 1989. He made his presence known on opening night at Old Driller Stadium by hitting an in-the-park home run. Sammy was known for his speed in the outfield and on the bases, stealing 16 bases in those 66 games. Signed by the Texas Rangers in 1985, 22 years later, Sammy played his final season for the Rangers in 2007. Sosa played in more than 2,300 major league games, had more than 2,400 hits, and hit 609 home runs in a very memorable baseball career. Also on that star-studded 1989 Tulsa Drillers team, outfielder Juan Gonzalez. Gonzalez played in 133 games for Tulsa before being called up to the Rangers for the final 24 games of the 1989 season. Among the many notable achievements of his 17-year Major League career, Juan Gonzalez was named American League Most Valuable Player in 1996 and in 1998. Stillwater, Oklahoma native Matt Holliday was drafted by the Rockies out of Stillwater High School in 1998 and worked his way up the minor league ladder to become a Tulsa Driller in 2003, our first season as a Rockies affiliate. He went on to play in 15 major league seasons, a 6-time All-Star. Holliday led the Rockies to their first World Series appearance when he led the National League in batting average, hits, doubles, RBI, and was named the NLCS Most Valuable Player. Possibly my all-time favorite Tulsa Driller, I will start Charlie Blackmon in the outfield, my Tulsa Dream Team. Old Chuck played in 86 games with the 2010 Tulsa Oilers before making his major league debut with the Rockies the following season. I could spend several minutes talking about Blackmon, but I won't. I encourage you to watch my short about Chuck Nasty on this YouTube channel. After 14 major league seasons, all with the Colorado Rockies, Charlie retired at the end of the 2024 season to spend summers with his wife and their 2 young children. An all-time great player and an all-time great person, Charlie Blackmon. And finally in the outfield, Cody Bellinger. Cody played in the Tulsa outfield for 114 games of the 2016 season and made his Dodgers debut the following year. He hit .263 with 23 home runs during his time as a Driller. Bellinger was named the 2017 National League Rookie of the Year, was 2018 NLCS Most Valuable Player, and was named National League Most Valuable Player in 2019. After 2 seasons with the Chicago Cubs, Cody Bellinger is now a New York Yankee. Finishing the Tulsa Dream Team roster are 10 pitchers. More than a few great pitchers were left out, including Clayton Kershaw, because I don't consider Kershaw as a driller, even though he did pitch for Tulsa in 2019 and earlier this season of 2025. Both of those were rehab assignments, and Kershaw only pitched 4 or 5 total innings for Tulsa. Also an honorable mention to Emmett Sheehan. Keep your eye on this kid to make a statement in the 2025 postseason. Our first pitcher was born in the 1800s. Jesse Haynes pitched for the Tulsa Oilers in 1919, earning a 5-9 record in his 14 starts. He was in St. Louis with the Cardinals the following season. He pitched more than 300 innings in that 1920 season. Playing 18 seasons with the Cardinals, he was an important member of the Gas House Gang of the 1930s, winning 5 National League championships and 3 World Series rings. In Game 3 of the 1926 World Series, Pop Haynes shut out Babe Ruth and the Yankees and hit a home run as the Cardinals won their first World Series. Jesse Haynes was selected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1970. George Blaholder was a starting pitcher for the 1927 Western League champion Tulsa Oilers, earning a 26-9 record for that season. Blaholder pitched for Tulsa in 4 seasons, 1924 through 27, with an overall record of 80 wins to 41 losses. He is notable for developing the pitch known as the slider, described by Sporting News as the Blaholder slide ball in the 1920s. He went on to pitch in 11 major league seasons, most of those with Tulsa's parent club, the St. Louis Browns. Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Dizzy Dean came to Tulsa near the end of his storied career. His time with Tulsa could be considered a lengthy rehab assignment. Unlike Clayton Kershaw, who pitched in 2 games and 9 total innings, Dizzy Dean pitched in 21 games for the 1940 Tulsa Oilers. Dean's arm was tired after 11 major league seasons and almost 2,000 innings pitched. The Tulsa pitching coaches worked with him to develop new pitching techniques that might extend his career. He did make one more major league appearance, pitching in 1 inning for the 1941 Chicago Cubs, giving up 2 earned runs. Again, at the end of a notable major league career, Johnny Vandermeer joined the Tulsa Oilers in 1952, starting 24 games, earning an 11-10 record. Vandermeer is best known for his back-to-back no-hitters in 1938. His no-hit streak during that run lasted 21 2/3 innings of no hits allowed. His final no-hitter came with Tulsa on July 15th of 1952. Tulsa's favorite adopted son is Warren Spahn. A native of Buffalo, New York, Spahn first came to Oklahoma in 1942, training to become a combat engineer at Camp Gruber, Oklahoma, about 60 miles southeast of Tulsa. While in Oklahoma, he met his future wife, Tulsan Lorraine Southard. Spahn came back to Tulsa as player-manager in 1967 and pitched in 3 games for Tulsa to end his professional playing career. The next season as manager, his Tulsa Oilers won 95 games to beat the Spokane Indians 4-1 in the 1968 AAA Pacific Coast League Championship Series. Y'all know a lot of the Hall of Fame statistics for Warren Spahn. 363 total wins, a 14-time All-Star, 1957 Cy Young Award winner. He was selected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1973. He retired to Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, a suburb of Tulsa, where he passed in 2003 at the age of 82. Another Hall of Famer, Steve Carlton, pitched for Tulsa in 1964 and 1966 as he worked his way up to the St. Louis Cardinals. Carlton started 19 games for the AAA Oilers in 1966, earning a 9-5 record. He went on to pitch for 24 years in the major leagues. His accomplishments include a 10-time All-Star, 4 Cy Young Awards, the 1972 Triple Crown, leading the league in wins, strikeouts, and earned run average. He was elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1994. Our next pitcher, this guy, is here just to keep the bullpen fun and relaxed. Pitcher Ronnie Darling was drafted by the Texas Rangers out of Yale University in 1981. Ronnie pitched in 13 games for the Tulsa Drillers, earning a 4-2 record before being traded to the New York Mets at the end of the season. A member of the 1986 World Series champion Mets, Darling finished his 13-year Major League career with the Oakland A's before returning to New York to join the aforementioned Tulsa Oiler Keith Hernandez in the Mets broadcast booth. Our other Texas Rangers pitcher is Wilson Alvarez. Alvarez was another member of that 1989 Tulsa Drillers team with 2 of our outfielders, Juan Gonzalez and Sammy Sosa. Alvarez pitched in 7 games for Tulsa, holding a 2.06 ERA before, as with Sosa and Gonzalez, being called up to Arlington by the end of the season. Alvarez and Sosa were traded to the White Sox at the end of that season. Debuting with the Sox in '91, he threw a no-hitter in his debut. Signed by the expansion Tampa Bay Devil Rays in 1998, Wilson Alvarez started the first game for the new club. The lone representative pitcher from the Colorado Rockies is Jonathan Gray. An Oklahoma kid, John graduated from Chandler, Oklahoma High School on Route 66 before playing ball at the University of Oklahoma. Drafted by the Rockies in the first round, 3rd overall in the 2013 draft, John pitched in 24 games for Tulsa in 2014, striking out 113 batters and earning a 10-5 record. He made his debut with the Rockies the following season. After 7 years in the Colorado rotation, Gray signed with the Texas Rangers in 2022 and won the 2023 World Series with the Rangers, earning a win in Game 3. We are proud that John Gray is an Oklahoman, a Sooner, and a Driller. And finally, our pitching representative from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Walker Buehler. Tulsa was fortunate to have Walker Buehler in our 2017 lineup. Buehler had a very productive season, starting out with High A Rancho Cucamonga, then moving to Tulsa, then to Oklahoma City, and ending his season with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He pitched 11 games for Tulsa, striking out 34 in 23 innings of work. In 2018, Walker was 3rd in National League Rookie of the Year behind Ronald Acuna and Juan Soto. He won Game 3 of the 2020 World Series for the champion Dodgers and will long be remembered for striking out the last 2 Yankee batters in Game 5 of the 2024 World Series, earning the save in the championship game.
And there it is, a roster of my 26 favorite baseball players from 106 seasons of Tulsa baseball. A quick channel update first. Thank you for those of you that have watched and sometimes suffered through these episodes with me. This has been a lot of fun. I do have one more episode that I want to put together for this channel this year, and that'll be a summary of the 2025 Tulsa Drillers season. The season is over. The Drillers did make the playoffs for the first time since 2022, but lost to the Springfield Cardinals in the first round of the playoffs. In the meantime, I want to get back to my original channel titled Tulsa Beasley, where I look at Tulsa history, iconic buildings, interesting events and places here in Tulsa, and I do hope to see you there. Thanks again.